Can they hear us?
Jen and Jeff doing the 8 bottles. We're doing bottle 7, but we're gonna do a recap of day 6 of the things we didn't talk about because we're at the bar. We're at Plaza de Isabella. There is a opera house in the background. We're at a cafe.
There it is. Oh no, it's this way, right? No, it's this way. That is it. There it is. There. I seen it. You're welcome.
We're at Cafe La Traviata Restaurante, having some wine. So, what happened on day 6? We got up and we were going to go to a paella cooking class, which a lot of you, the millions of views we've gotten on Facebook on that means that everybody's seen our pictures from that. But that was, well, first we got up and we went to a cafe called, what was it called? Oh, Plenty. And it was really good.
Very good.
It's a really cute cafe.
It's the new Jitters.
Yeah, we're gonna probably go there every weekend, I'm thinking.
Probably.
But so we went there, and then we realized we were late for our class. We're supposed to do a market tour in an indoor market, like a meat market, where they buy all the fresh ingredients for the class. We left the cafe at the same time that we were supposed to meet at the market, after finding an email that I didn't see the day before, that they changed the time on us. So we took an Uber, we got over there, we walked around the market, couldn't find anybody, we didn't know who to look for anyway. Did our own little tour of the market, then we decided to just stand outside for a little while and see if they could find us or something would happen. Well, lo and behold, they came out and they somehow recognized us as Americans. I don't know how, but they must be very attuned.
It's weird.
Yeah.
How they do that.
So, but our group found us, and so we went from there and walked to the apartment where we had our paella class. What did you think of the paella class?
It was really nice. The couple that put it on, they did it in their house, and their house was really super cute, real small. But there was 5 of us that did the class. Jeff and I, another couple, and then another lady. And right away we all hit it off together, which was really cool. The other couple was American.
From Texas.
So that was real easy. And then, but the other lady that was there, she was from Singapore, but she spoke really, really good English, so she fit in real well. But the class was really, really fun, and just a really nice gathering with some, some Spanish people. It was great.
Booking it seems a little pricey. I think it's about $75 a person, but the experience of it and experiencing an actual home of someone from, well, they're from Barcelona, but they live in Madrid. We made their recipe of the grandmother of the lady of the paella, and got to learn about the culture and how just anything we wanted to talk about. She was more than willing to give us some recommendations of things to do or places to eat.
So we made sangria when we first got there and put that in the refrigerator, and then started the paella, and we all got our hands dirty pretty much cutting up vegetables and helping and cutting up calamari and the whole process of like cooking a mussel and all stuff that I have never. Jeffy would know, but I didn't, and it was really very cool. And I think doing a class like that also makes you a lot more comfortable with eating and trying different things too. Actually having the calamari in your hand, cutting it up, and then eating it later. It was pretty cool. It was nice.
Yeah, it was. And the paella was awesome.
It was delicious. It was so good. The best meal.
Yeah.
I want to say best
sure,
meal we
yeah.
had.
I would think so for
far.
sure.
So,
Sangria was really good. I think it was the
Very
best
good.
sangria we had.
it was so good.
Yeah, it was good.
It was good. And just like the whole, like I said, the whole sitting around a table with different people and different stories. It was really interesting, and it was a real fun day.
Yeah. So after that class got over, we went back. Did we go back?
I can't remember if we went back.
But I think we went back, and then we ended up
did.
going to a little bit later. It was the hot part of the day,
Right.
so
Siesta.
we went. Jen had her siesta, and then we decided to go to a park.
It was a beautiful park. It was
Yeah.
huge.
It was El Retiro, like a retro. I think it's English park. It was like the size of downtown Dubuque. It was huge, like enormous, and there was no cars, just people, families sitting around playing games, lounging in the grass, reading books.
It also was it's also the place where this, what was it called? The glass?
The Crystal
some
Palace.
Crystal. Yeah, the Crystal. Not the Crystal Palace, something Crystal.
Palacio de Cristal.
Oh, okay.
Crystal
But anyways,
Palace.
it was this all glass building that there was steps out the back of it that led into this little pond, and everybody was feeding ducks, and it was just so super cute. And then also there was this other area where it was like there was water, and then there was a whole bunch of little rowboats.
Yeah, it was like
you
a-
could rent a rowboat or something.
It's like a
out
big
there.
pond that they rented rowboats, and you could just, kind of like either a family thing or kind of a romantic thing if you wanted to rent a rowboat and just kind of roll around the
We
pond.
did not do that.
No, we have romance coming out of our ears. We don't need any help. So,
But it was really super cute, and it was just a real, after getting in the city and the hustle and bustle, it was really nice just to stroll around in a park, really.
Yeah.
So
then we left the park, and
then we went to the sports bar.
Well, first we went to we sat down at a place, and we were gonna get a sandwich there, and then we decided sandwiches didn't look that great, and we decided to move on. So we started walking down this busy street, and there happened to be a homeless man on the side of the street. And yeah, I think he asked for money. Well, obviously he probably asked for money, but I don't know what he said. And I just said no, and we continued to walk, and he commenced on spitting on Jen, on her foot, and then yelling, K. So that was interesting.
I didn't even know it until later. I just thought it was funny. I actually was frightened for my life.
So we walked a couple more blocks, and then we found the Irish pub that we did our last recording in. And
Yeah,
then you
that
kind
was
of know
fun.
from there, we hung around there, had some beers and sangria,
And met the bartender. His name was Fruity.
yeah, fruity.
And it was interesting because after a little while of sitting there watching soccer, Jeff said, where's our bartender? And I'm like, I don't know, he must have got off. And lo and behold, we leave and we're on the train, and Fruity is sitting right in front of us on the train.
Yeah, it was
So we had a nice
interesting.
little chit chat with him.
He's from Hungary, I think. Or, yeah, Hungary.
But he spoke good English too. And he told us when our stop was. He's like, you get off here. We're like, yeah. Fruity.
So, yeah, and that was pretty much it for that night. That was our day 6. We didn't do a bottle. We did
Guinness.
We had lots of sangria that day. We
Sangria.
can call that our bottle. And then we had the Guinness, and she had a Heineken. So,
Right.
on to day 7, which is today. Second to last day, we decided to.
No, yesterday. We didn't do yesterday.
Oh yeah, duh. Yesterday was the second last day. Today's the last day.
Right.
Yesterday was this is the bottle we're drinking now. We'll call it for yesterday. So what did we do?
Yesterday we went to chocolate.
Oh yeah, we went to a place that's famous for chocolate and churros. It's a chocolatiera. What's it called? Sanguinis. Yeah, Sanguinis.
Chocolate Day.
Yes. That was pretty good. I a little too much chocolate.
Too much. Too sweet.
We did
It
that
was
for
good.
breakfast. It was good though.
Like 1 or 2, but they give you a giant. It was a little too much for me.
Coffee was good.
Coffee was delicious.
So then we
Just walked around, and then we went to
we
the
walked around. We went to the
cathedral.
We went to the cathedral at the palace.
We went to church.
And we went to church.
Services.
And they had a big youth group going on. Must have been from Germany and Spain. It's like probably 200 kids. It was crazy.
It was giant.
They were
It
all
was
in church.
Really cool.
And then we went to the palace. We didn't go in and tour it. The line was very long in the sun. We would have probably had to wait an hour in the direct sun.
And nobody lives there anymore.
Yeah, they don't live there
They don't
anyway,
live
so
there. It was
The-
neat to see. We have pictures.
yeah. And then we
But the
went.
cathedral was really cool.
Yeah, it was awesome church. Huge.
Yeah, and it was neat to see a service inside
Right.
in Spanish. That was really cool.
Then we
Then
when we
we-
went back to the room for a little bit to drop off some stuff
And last night
for an hour, and then we went to the
Bullfight.
bullfight. Got on the train and went out there. It comes right up out at the arena, and it was really cool. The building's really cool. Kind of reminds you of a baseball game, the way people were lining up and they were
Except
selling
stone.
stuff outside.
Stone building, stone seats.
Except for our seats.
Our seats.
We had a
We were
luxury
in
box.
the El Presidente area, which lucky
Ours,
Americans.
we had some padded seats, padded back. We were kind of up in the second level, and like it was like a luxury box, like you would have at a college game or something, only smaller. Paid a little extra for that.
We were in the shade, which was great.
In the shade the whole time. The bullfight itself,
Interesting.
interesting. It's you can tell the tradition of it, and the people chanting specific things at specific times. It's all the way the matadors will kind of peacock,
Very
express
flamboyant.
themselves flamboyantly as they're fighting the bull.
Not
yeah,
really fighting. Just so you know, it's not an equal.
It is, because
It's
it would
not
only
an
take
equal and fair fight.
it would only
at
take
all.
one wrong turn. Horned.
No, not
Horn.
really. It's a Ferdinand story.
No, there was a guy. One of the matadors got injured. When he came out the second time, he had a bandage on his leg and around his waist. So, and I seen him get injured. He like kind of yelled. He dropped his sword, and kind of limped around a little bit. But he came out for the second time, and I think that's why they got a perfect score the second time. Anyway, the whole experience, it lasts about 2.5 hours.
We didn't stay for the whole thing. We were only there for 5
5 out of the 6.
bowls.
The 6th one would have been the third guy, and he was the most flamboyant.
He was a complete peacock. It
Yeah.
was crazy. It was really cool though, and it was really funny. For me, it was funny. But yeah, just like a cartoon character.
But yeah, that was our night. We got a little late, so we didn't do this last night. We didn't have a chance to get a bottle of wine or anything. We were pretty tired from being around in the sun all day. It was really hot. We went to the market too for a little while. The Sunday market, El Rasto.
It was giant and extremely packed with people. Just not like today. Today is real easy.
Yeah, well, it is a Monday.
Yeah, people are at work.
All right, so our bottle for today is Arca de Noe. It's from Rioja, and it is a rosé. We decided to do a rosé instead of a white this time, and it's very first, when you first get the nose, it's like green apple, kind of sour apple, and then it's more dry. You think it's going to be more sweet, but it's more dry when you actually drink it.
It smells sweet,
Yeah.
but it isn't.
It's I like it. It's good. It's different than the whites that we've been having, different than the reds we've been having. It's a different wine than we've had altogether, I guess. What do you think of it?
I like it. It's I like the whites better, but it's like you said, it's fruity, kind of sour, but it's good.
Yeah. Anyway,
We'll drink it.
right.
We drink everything.
So that's our day 7. We'll do our final recording tonight, probably at our room when we get a bottle. As we pack and get ready to pack and stuff, we'll probably do a quick recording of today. We didn't do a whole lot today, so
Right.
we'll do some laundry and then we'll pack and then we'll do a recording, and then that'll be the end until we come back. So that's all. Adios.